Okay. Um, First of all, I just want to say thank you, God. If you've seen my last video, you understand why I need to be thankful while I can. I thank God not because I'm awake, I'm alive. This can go away any points, but I'm just thankful that while I'm alive, I didn't have to live the life of this low life. As you can see, my title is about how nasty these people are, and you know, um, these people who partake in this program have sold their soul, even their soul, even their kids' soul. But a lot of what they say, they tell me how like they're gonna frame me using their babies, no, not their babies, their kids, like this like young teenagers or some teenage kids that they say they're gonna say that I raped them, I did some that. It's so disgusting. Which I pray that they continue to live this disgusting life. And they try to sound fierce when they warn me of that, right? As if that's like some mysticful, fierce things to do. And you hear this interacting with you via V2K, and I think V2K makes them delude in this delusion state of mind that is this sound, this like this fierce femme fatale. It's like, well, I watched you get raped after we framed you in this fashion, and they sound like this childlike, retarded individuals who wants to sound mysticful, but they're disgusting sounding. They're disgusting, low life sounding, low life, coward, and childlike. And in their mind, I can imagine them thinking we sound like we're just such badasses and just evil, like but in a cool, fierce way. No, you sound like low life pedophiles working for pedophiles. For some coward low life. Because the thing is, I have an idea of what they look like. Trust me, it's nothing fierce. It's cowardly. They look like what they do. Trash. Wearing their the reason why I bring up the fact that they're wearing the PJs, pajamas, is because truly they are like they're like, it's the most, like, you just think about the most cowardly human being doing the foulest thing you can imagine, but doing it in the most cowardly way. It's like a illusory type of individuals. But they want you to imagine them to be like this mysticful, fierce individual when you're just trash and coward that are trying to portray themselves and or sound a certain way. I know these people are just like they're contracted to sound like. Let me repeat that they are contracted to do what they do, and they're contracted by these governmental entities that are filled with pedophiles. And these people are just losers because what they do, as I mentioned, is something that can easily be done only if you're willing to just accept to sound like accept to put yourself down. They have to minimize themselves to do what they do. It's not brave. It's not even hard. Children can partake. You literally hear children say these things. It's really foul and easy. It's not this. We're not talking about complicated things to do. You just minimize yourself in other ways. Matter of fact, I think you hear the people talking. It's like this is like some childlike person just feeling special and empowered. It's like, now we're gonna frame you. Like, look at you, this little weak. You see who's talking, just some weak trash, just walking. Just like, ugh. And they get frustrated because I see them as that's like, oh, you need to fight. So I was like, trash, look at you. I need to fight. If I need to fight, come fight me then. Yes, you need to see me fight. It's disgusting. They can do all these horrible things to people, but they're going to be watching their sweatpants and the pajama. Oh. And they can't even sit. Go watch the last Roy. They are truly cowards that just been. And so it's so nasty when I hear them try to sound like, yeah, now we're gonna I watched you getting raped. It's like, yes, of course you did. Look at you, weak ass, low life trash. You watch everybody getting raped. In this program, they do horrible things to even babies, and you just have to see them. It's like, wow, what a brave. Oh, it's your world now. You're just a trash. A coward, low life working for pedophiles, and what you do, million people can do the same thing. Matter of fact, look who's doing it with you. Trash ass. You have to be a clown for living. A cruel clown. You know, the things they've done. Right now they're bringing up things and they're making it worse than what they made me experience in the first place. Now I moved to this place here, and there's people here with kids, they're babies. Now, listen, the teenage kids here, I don't care too much about them. They're just, at this point, they just sell. Like I said, they say how they're gonna frame it with their kids. But who I feel bad is the babies, the actual babies. Those kids are truly innocent. It's so sad. They truly are babies. Especially some of them. I remember I just moved here to this new spot. Whenever, not too long ago. And I'm going out and I'm seeing like two little kids, like toddlers, like under 6 years old, coming from the elevator with their pizza, happy, like excited, like they were like we've sent into like they like had like a purpose. And I think some of course some adult told them to go grab the pizza, and they send these babies. And look at them just happy. They don't even know what nasty things they're part of. Very adorable. But of course they're gonna manipulate me in these disgusting ways. So I see these little things, these little kids there, and it made me say little things so they can turn it into something else. It's so disgusting. This baby walking just happy with their pizza box. And they gave me some kind of reaction. This trash can manipulate my brain with this EEG cloning and Heterodyning technology that gives you the emotion that they can want you to have. And you can just see this little children just coming, and it was just like I couldn't even get mad at these kids. If you look at them, they're just like excited, thinking like they told them to go do that. They're just excited, and it was sad. But I just like, oh my gosh, they're so sad. But they're babies though. You can't even get angry toward these babies. They're innocent as it gets. So now they're bringing that up. And they try to create even worse. Like some of the creation is because they're little kids, they're babies, and they try to make me imagine like, oh, when you look at them, you're able to see behind. It's just weird. They try to make me imagine some more sexual perception of these babies. Meaning that initially they forced me to get some disgusting reaction. This technology is what they can do. It can force you to have reaction that are disturbing. The truth is, as target individuals, what we are, we're just test subject. They're using this technology to do these cognitive manipulations that are meant to degrade us. It's like we're test subject to cognitive warfare. And they're utilizing this technology to force us to have reactions that are meant to break us down. Supposed to push us into losing our mind. Right? The way these perps are trying to create this, now what we're doing with mapping, to try to use these different trickeries or deceptive ways of trying to make you accept this manipulation. It's clown-like. At this point, it's like stop even trying. It's too validating that you are doing these things to break people down, right? This is a degrading tactic of making the brain react to degrade the target individual, to break him or her down. They use these clowns like, nah, but we're just mapping, we're mining, we're mapping mining, we're mining PAM. Ugh. No, you're manipulating the brain to have this reaction so the target individual breaks down. It's a degradation tactic. It's offensive reactions. Then you try to gaslight the target individual to make him or her accept this manipulation that you are manipulating an individual to have. For me, it's like, nah, but we mapped it to you. Now pay, remember what you did as a kid. It's like, first of all, as a kid, I never had this reaction. And I'm a grown-ass adult. And you do these things to even women and whoever else. Matter of fact, you know how they try to I got up, I saw a video where There is a it's a guy it's a gangster it's a target video that I've already had. Now the video now has about 4.4 million views. And they're like 4.4, and we mapped it back. Remember 4. Remember, and just try to talk about me as a kid in middle school. I was like, remember the 4-year-old with Down syndrome that you torture? You know, there's these things they're doing, right? Where when I see something with 4, a number 4, they want me to be like, you pay, now's your time to pay for. As if I don't know there's testimonials of children as young as 4 years old being targeted by the same program that is targeting me. They were burning and harming kids that are only 4 years old and will have mental handicap and deficiency like Down syndrome. So now when I'm like, oh, you want me to think about me as a dumbass child as 4 when I see 4 instead of the 4-year-old baby that you guys sexually tortured? And when you do this pedophilia type of torture, I'm supposed to be like, no, we're making your brain be, or we minded to you as a child. No. First of all, listen to how stupid they want me to be. It's like, we made your brain think the way you thought when you were a kid. I'm a grown person in my, at this point, late 30s. You do the pedophilia type of torture. You want me to think now I should be like, oh no, you're making me a child. No, you do the pedophilia type of torture. You're known for doing that. And by the way, if you try to make me feel guilty of me as a child doing the damn thing I did to myself as a kid, well, I know that you hurt and torture children the same age as these babies and younger. You're delusional. Force me to have whatever reaction you want me to have that you're renowned to be doing to people. But I will never identify. And you have your babies there so they can make me experience this technology can be utilized onto me, so I can be forced to have this reaction toward your babies, the poor innocent babies, and then try to say, now we mapped it to you as a kid. Can you imagine these grown-ass people, the parents of these babies, they make them have this reaction toward this baby and say, we mapped it to you when you're in middle school. Clown. Then they're like, now 4.4, like the 4-year-old baby that was sexual torture. Remember the kid at the same age of your babies being sexually tortured? Remember, you dare to be involved in a program that torture babies the same age of your babies. You dare to be involved in a program where children the same age of your babies are being sexually tortured. These people are trash. They want me to be accepted for this number 4. They try to be mistakeful. 4. There's a kid that's 4 years old with Down syndrome that was sexually tortured in this program. And there's many of them. It's not only one child. There's 3-year-old, there's 4-year-old, there's 3 weeks old. There's a whole family. It's over. You guys are not this paid now. What? Just keep the whole family tortured in all different fashions, sexual and non-sexually, diseased, sick. And be like, nah, buddy, when we talk like that, you should forget about how we torture children. These perps are clown at this point when they try to interact with you via V2K in this fashion. You should not be involved in a program where they literally torture children in ways that are so disgusting in the first period. Torturing children, that's it. But even sexual torture. And then this perps involved in that try to be all mystic for talking to you like, now you pay now. Now it's not there. You have children. We mind it. We mapped it. And then try to counter the fact they obviously manipulate me to have this reaction toward these babies. Show me a video where there's 4.4 million views. It's like 4.44. Oh, gosh. There's 4-year-old, there's 3-year-olds, there's 5 years old, there's 3-week-old being tortured by you guys. The pedophilia type of torture is renowned. You talk about gasping. We know who else is being gasped. 7-year-old kids with autism. Then you try to make me accept this manipulation by saying what we're doing to you is what you experienced when you were a kid. Remember what you did as a child. I'm like, what? You are trying to make me think of what I did as a child. You who involved in a program that tortured this baby, like the tortured kids the same age as your own babies, or involved in a program that does that to babies like that. Then try to talk about what I did as a child, and then try to make me think, but you, what you're doing to me, you making me think the way I thought when I was a child, when you are renowned to be doing this nasty manipulation toward people, aimed toward children, where you force them to have a reaction, and this nap with you is just mapping, we're madness. These people are clowns. And you've heard the validation that we have. That these people have done this pedophilia type of torture. This EEG cloning, heterodyning is what is utilized, and this is why you're being you experience this reaction. That they can make you have the desired a reaction they want you to have. And every time they force you to have these stimulations and sensations, they're like, no. Every time they start saying, oh, they're gonna rape you. How would they get raped? They make somebody have sexual reaction toward children. I'd rather be tortured than force somebody to have sexual reaction toward children. And just try to find ways to validate yourself, but no, we made you experience what you felt when you were a kid. We mapped it. Pedos. Clown. It's like, they're gonna rape you so bad. I'd rather get raped so bad than today live a life where I make a person who's an adult or whoever have sexual stimulation toward children, and then try to be like, no, what we did, we mapped it to you as a child. You know the humiliation. Listen, let me show you how humiliating this that these people try to cut to this. That's their life. It's reality being restructured. Because being validated in levels that are that strong, where I can pull up something like this destructive. And as I'm saying that, they're sending the top tier child retards saying, now yeah, pedophile, they work for pedos. Literally, the entities they work for have a whole bill created because there was so much child porn being trafficked. Listen to this.
It's what is referred to as malodorance. This is the alteration of the smell sensation so that I am often made to smell various things, including smoke, burning, dirty diaper, or baby powder, which they sometimes combine with the pedophilia type of torture, including the threat of planted dreams and videos in my...
These retards out here trying, now you're a pedo. You're gonna be chopped. I'd rather get chopped. You work for pedophiles. You know I'm gonna bring that up. There's a whole bill called the National Defense Network Abuse Act. You know this technology that they use to map. It's coming from the DOD. You know what that happened in 2019? They had to create a bill to try to make it look like they try to stop the issue that's ongoing at the DOD. With so much child porn being trafficked using DOD computers. Using DOD computers and using DOD network. That he was ranked top tier for trafficking the most child porn in the United States. And they're sending this trash. It's like, nah, you're gonna be chopped. I'd rather get chopped than work for pedophiles. And then manipulate people to have what you just heard here. Pedophilia type of torture. And this is not unique to one person, as I will always bring up. This is something they do to others.
This is a common breakdown tactic of belief systems into human will. In no-touch torture, the techniques are more psychologically specialized for each target. Most common examples include homosexual targets that are forced with voices that are derogatory to their lifestyle and similar mental images. Almost all targets are forced to view child pornography in their minds, and vice versa.
By the way, the bill I'm talking about is literally here. It's right here. It's called End Network Abuse Act and National Defense Network Abuse Act of 2019. Here. Introduced on the 9th of 2019. This is the entities that run this program. in every way, humiliated by reality. And they're like, now we mapped it. Listen to how obvious these things are.
Designed to interact with the human nervous system in order to remotely pick up on someone's neural network or EEG, and not only receive that and monitor it, but manipulate it and place it back into the victim to control their emotions or control their actions or bodily functions for that matter. The other more recent term we have for that is EEG Heterodyning or EEG Cloning. The difference between EEG Heterodyning and EEG Cloning would be, let's say, me remotely receiving your EEG and then duplicating it and putting that in another person to give them your same thoughts or feelings or physical reactions. EEG Heterodyning would be receiving your EEG, manipulating it to put it back inside your head to give us a desired physical reaction or emotional reaction.
And you have this trash creating the desired emotional reactions and physical reactions to present this false reality. And you use these clowns. They're supposed to gaslight me into this. And then immediately, like, oh, they're going to chop you, they're going to do this, and we're going to watch. It's like, trash, you're just a low life. Anybody can be chopped. This is, my point is, they think that the torture that they're going to arrange to have happen to me is validation for them. It's over. This kind of validation is done. Whatever's going to happen to me is the same people torturing children, manipulating people in these disgusting ways, doing that to me. The people forcing you to have sexual stimulation toward children or reaction toward children are the same people who go arrange things to be happening these ways. The reason why you're having these nasty reactions when you see these babies is because these people who've arranged these things to happen to you are implementing this reaction, are designing this reaction for you to experience. That's why. And this retard's like, no, because you see, that's proof because this is going to happen to me. Yeah, you, like you say, who do these things to me, I have arranged that to happen to me. You, who is forcing me to have these design reactions, are arranging these things to happen to me. Trash. And you're using your poor babies, your innocent babies who have nothing to do with nothing. But because you guys are opportunists, you put these innocent people into this situation where they don't even know how bad this thing is. It's so nasty. And in my mind, before I made this video, this is so disgusting. They do these things where to create some libido, they start making me imagine of like sexual moment with women, crank up my libido, and then flip my thought process to think of these babies. They're doing this kind of stuff. It's so disgusting. Try to counter Bill. They do this kind of thing that this man here says.
And they used it in brains. You're rewiring their thought processes in brains. And so this gets into what's called offensive information warfare and next program. And they need to sample all cultures, language throughout the world to define the probability matrices of which tricks, techniques, deception works. So how do you control a brain? Most people don't believe that.
So the thought process after is manipulated in ways that's so disgusting. They start making me think of women that I've been with, create some kind of libido, then start making me think of these babies that they are bringing up, their babies, to create this libido to be connected with these kids. And like now we prove this. Like Jesus, you're renowned for your pedophilia type of torture. You are manipulating there's nothing to prove. Everybody's going to participate. Everybody's going to do the same thing. They will bring their own children. It's like, okay, do that to my children. Like, make him have this reaction toward my children. Look at my kids so you can get these reactions. The mapping. And they do that, and then oh my gosh, just proof. And they're like, oh, we proved it. Yes, we just proved it. You can't even say Roy Moore. You guys are ranked 19th out of 20, out of 2,900, which they try to counter, but oh no, 19. Their job is to counter reality. They even counter the ranking of how much child porn the entities running this program. The entity running this program, these DOD entities, they were ranked that ranking that if I say the number, they're gonna try to rewire me to think of something else to try to block out the fact that they are ranked so high, a top tier for trafficking the most child porn. The reason why you saw that bill called End Network Abuse National or End National Defense Network Abuse Act. And they try to counter that, but now try to change me to think, oh, but what you did as a kid was a traumatizing to this pretty trash. That's where they're here torturing babies. 4-year-olds with Down syndrome. 3-year-old mothers and the young children traumatized and tortured. And so when they do this pedophilia type of torture, they want me to forget. And it's been validated that not only they torment children as young as the babies they're utilizing, that the babies they want me to have this reaction toward, that they do this pedophilia type of torture, rewire your thought process, try to make you acceptive of this manipulation, work for governmental entities that are ranked this high, which they try to change the thought process when I think about their ranking, and renowned to do this pedophilia type of torture, as you just heard, and using their babies, and to force me to experience the design reaction they want me to have, this emotional reaction they want me to have. It's disgusting. And the way they were trying to play with my brains, like, no, but you see when the adorable kids, like, sad trash, make me imagine these things. And turn some of the things they do is like, they try to turn something wholesome, and then turn pedophilia. This is so nasty, bunch of pedos. And they're like, then we're gonna die. It's like, yes, please continue to live this life before you die. Trash ass.